Hello everyone, hope you're doing wonderful today. Welcome to another video. In today's video, we are going to be making the trending resin effect, the raindrop effect. I'm going to show you two ways to do this, so let's get started. The first method is by using UV resin. So this is the fastest and neatest way to do this effect. All you have to do is drop UV resin into the mold. So the droplets can be of various different sizes, but you will get a neat circle at the end. You can also do this in different shapes if you want. So all I'm doing is putting drops of UV resin on the mold. Once I put the drops, I'm going to cure them using the UV resin lamp. Curing process will take anywhere between 3 to 10 minutes depending on the kind of UV lamp that you use. Make sure the resin completely cures before you move on to the next step. This is a color shifting pigment, so all I'm going to do next is brush this powder all over the mold. Once done, I mixed up epoxy resin with black opaque resin pigment and then just pour it all over the mold. Allow this resin to cure for 24 hours and we'll demold it the next day. It's been 24 hours, let's demold. There we go. Perfect little raindrops on the coaster. The second method is by using the epoxy art resin. So I've taken medium viscosity resin, mixed it up, and I have allowed it to reach the gel-like state, almost at the end of the curing process, so that it's really thick and we'll be able to form the drops at this time. If we do not wait until the resin is thick enough, then once you do the drops, since the resin will be still fluid, they will become flat. You'll not get drops as we did in the UV resin time. So wait until the resin becomes really thick. So once the resin reaches the gel-like state, I started to make the drops on the mold. So the first thing I observed was this was not as easy as I did it with the UV resin, because since the resin was thick, as I was doing the drops, I was getting resin residue. So here's a close-up. So you can see as I'm trying to pull out, there are resin threads. So if you don't want the residue of the resin all over the mold, you got to do this slowly and carefully. So this method takes a little bit more time. Once all the drops are done, we need to allow the resin to cure for 24 hours. So once the resin has cured, I again used a color shifting pigment and brushed it all over the mold. Once done, I mixed black opaque pigment with epoxy resin and pour it all over the mold. Allow this resin to cure for 24 hours. Here we are after 24 hours. Let's demold this. Perfect little raindrops. So this too will give you the same effect. Only thing is it takes a longer time and you got to do it a little bit more carefully. Here's a comparison between the two coasters. You cannot really tell the difference. You can't really make out which one was done by which method. So the only difference is UV resin method is faster but more expensive, but you will get a neat result. Epoxy resin method takes a longer time and it may give you a little bit of resin residue here and there if not done carefully. So do try it out. If you have UV resin, you can do different shapes, not just raindrops, maybe some straight lines, some diagonals. You can also try this with by adding different colors, maybe add glitter, make the drops in different shapes. So many things that you can do. So do try it out, and if you do, please do tag me on my Instagram account at everything_resin. Thank you so much for watching. Do continue supporting the channel by liking, sharing, subscribing. I'll see you soon in the next one.